Hello everyone. On behalf of the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, it's a pleasure to be with you all today. So my name is Derek Grant and I'm a primary school teacher and principal, and I'm currently on secondment from my school. And interestingly enough, earlier this morning both Davy and Padder made reference to Cloughjordan and the Eco Village. And actually that's where I started my education, Cloughjordan number 1 National School. Wow. So very interesting to hear a mention in Cloughjordan, getting a plug there earlier today. So I'm currently on secondment, as I said, and I'm working in the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment on the review and redevelopment of the primary school curriculum. So on behalf of the NCCA, I would like to offer my sincere thanks to Green Foundation Ireland for the opportunity to speak to you about the place of Education for Sustainable Development, ESD, in the primary school curriculum. There has been a lot of reference today to post-primary, so that's why I'm delighted. I have 20 minutes and I'm going to pull you back into primary, which I think is every bit as important as post-primary. So I also wish to acknowledge the tremendous work which Green Foundation Ireland undertakes in promoting a more sustainable society. So the National Strategy on Education for Sustainable Development, which Breda spoke of earlier, highlights the need to integrate education for sustainable development in the curriculum from preschool up to senior cycle. I think this is really, really important because there has to be that continuity, that progression and that alignment across a learner's experience in ESD literacy. And this begins from a child's earliest experiences. I'm talking from birth, and it continues into early years education, primary school, the transition to junior cycle and right into senior cycle. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it might be useful for you to understand the functions of the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment. And the NCCA has actually been around since 1987. It has 3 very clear functions established under the 1998 Education Act. Firstly, to advise the Minister for Education and Skills on curriculum and assessment from early childhood to the end of second level. So you can see that continuity coming in again from a policy level. Secondly, to engage with learners, teachers, practitioners, parents and others to support innovation in schools and other educational settings. And thirdly, to undertake, use and share research as a basis for debate and advice on education. Now, the NCCA has a key relationship with the Department of Education and Skills. And for me, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it's at, the primary school curriculum. So the primary school curriculum at primary level, it was developed by the NCCA and launched back in 1999. And the 99 curriculum actually retains many of the features from the previous 1971 curriculum. And it was designed to nurture the child in all dimensions of his or her life. I'm talking about the spiritual, moral, cognitive, emotional, imaginative, aesthetic, social and physical. It is presented in 6 curriculum areas which comprise of 11 subjects. So the first area is language. So the subjects there are English and Irish. Mathematics is another area. Physical education. The arts has 3 subjects, visual arts, music and drama. And then you have social, environmental and scientific education, which has 3 subjects, history, geography and science, which I am going to focus particularly on today. And finally, social, personal and health education. Do you get the idea? We have a very packed and very busy curriculum. So social, environmental and scientific education, or just for short, SESE. So in thinking about how the primary school curriculum helps to educate children about a sustainable future, I want to speak to you specifically about SESE in the primary school curriculum. And SESE provides opportunities for children, firstly, to explore, investigate and develop an understanding of the natural, human, social and cultural dimensions of local and wider environments. Very, very important, the two environments coming in there, to learn and practice a wide range of skills and to acquire open, critical and responsible attitudes. While knowledge is important, attitude is key. SESE enables children to live as informed and caring members of their local and their wider communities. So SESE, it takes place within and contributes to many areas of the curriculum. So it's not just a silo type of configuration we're talking about. So it does contribute significantly to many aspects of children's development. And within this curriculum, SESE is presented under the three subject headings: history, geography and science. So the aims of SESE, what exactly is this about? What is the philosophy underneath it? What underpins this? So I've picked out three very important aims which speak to ESD. Now, while there is no explicit reference to education for ESD in SESE, it is present implicitly in supporting ESD literacy development. So the first one, foster an understanding and concern for the interdependence of all humans and all living things. This concerns the interrelationships of all living things and their environments. Foster a sense of responsibility for the long-term care of the environment. So the second one encourages children to become active agents in the conservation of environments for future generations. Cultivate humane and responsible attitudes and an appreciation of the world. So this is about cultivating an atmosphere of equality and opportunity where cultural diversity, minorities and special needs are respected and valued. Prejudice and discrimination are challenged, while respect and mutual understanding are promoted. Again, as I said, ESD isn't explicitly mentioned. I hope you'll agree it's there implicitly. Environmental awareness and care is a significant dimension within not only the SESE subjects, but a major cross-curricular theme throughout the primary school years. The environment provides the context for learning for primary children. The curriculum area of SESE is specifically founded on children's relationship and interaction with the world around them, the world as they know it, the lived experience for them. The environment, in its broadest sense, I'm talking here, is the springboard for learning. And children's classroom experience is deepened and extended by direct experience of their own surroundings. So develop a broad and balanced view of the environment. Appreciate how science and technology can help use the Earth's resources and use them in an ethical way, and understand the positive and negative repercussions of human action on local and global environments. So the children's locality will provide the starting points for this work, and as children's knowledge and understanding grow and develop, they will encompass other places and direct pupils to Irish, European and global dimensions. So within science specifically, children will participate in activities that enhance the environment. What kind of activities are we talking about? Things like organising collections of paper, aluminium cans or other materials for recycling. They become aware of the need to use energy wisely in schools and at home, and maybe develop compost waste for gardens. These kind of very practical activities where children are having first-hand experience. Identify and discuss local, national and global issues. It could be the effect of a building in their area, a new factory, new roads, buildings. It could be farming practices. It could be traffic congestion, road safety, suggestions for environmental enhancement. an incident of pollution that appears in their local newspaper, deforestation, ozone depletion, nuclear energy, global warming. And who says that some of these concepts are beyond the realisation of children at primary level? Because let's face it, it's their lived world, it's their enacted experience, and we have a duty of responsibility to involve them and to hear their voice and give them opportunities to discuss the issues which directly impact on them and which indirectly in the future will be of concern and cause to them. Investigate aspects of human activities that may have positive or adverse effects on the environment. Activities that protect flora and fauna, such as creating a wildlife area and planting trees in the built environment. Other aspects that might affect the quality of the air or the soil, the water and the built environment. If we move towards geography then, children should develop a sensitivity to the impact of change and human actions on the environment. Develop a sense of personal and community responsibility. So it's cultivating those dispositions, the desired dispositions all the time, and foster the notion of people as custodians of the earth. Because, my friends, it's too late starting at post-primary. It begins a lot sooner than that. So children should identify, discuss and appreciate attractive and unattractive elements of the environment. It could be buildings, it could be natural and other materials, how they're used in an attractive way and how are they in keeping with the immediate surroundings. Become aware of the importance of the Earth's renewable and non-renewable resources and explore the interrelationship of climate, natural features, flora and fauna, human life in different environments in Ireland and in some of the main climatic regions of the world. Now that really speaks more, I suppose, to the upper end of primary and what children would experience as part of their lived curriculum. And I'd like to direct you to this website. It's www.curriculumonline.ie and it will speak to you directly about what all learners from early childhood through to primary, junior cycle, senior cycle, what is in the curriculum, what's actually there. It's Curriculum Online, it's very, very accessible. It's the NCCA website and again you can see where it's delineated very, very clearly into the different components. However, there is that need for that continuity and progression moving right across. And I wonder how many of you in the room are aware that we are currently in the process of developing a future redeveloped primary curriculum. Or how many of you have already been involved in consultation about a redeveloped primary curriculum. What type of curriculum should we have for children into the next decade, into the future? Our last curriculum was 1999, that's nearly 20 years ago. So it's time to move forward. So a full redevelopment of the primary curriculum is in train at the moment, and Breda just acknowledged it very briefly there in her earlier talk. So this important curriculum work is expected to take a number of years before completion. The initial phase of the redevelopment work looked at the structure of a future curriculum and how time might be used across it. A full report on the findings from this phase of development is due for publication by the NCCA in 2018. There will be future public consultations on the development of the curriculum. And you can access updates on this curriculum development work by visiting www.ncca.ie. One point I will share with you today, we ran a consultation across different formats. We held bilateral meetings, we had online questionnaires, we had a large consultative conference in Dublin Castle last March. We requested written submissions from the public. The references to education for sustainable development were I can safely say virtually zero. Climate change didn't get a mention as to what should feature in children's future learning experience at primary level. However, there will be future opportunities for people to inform and have their say about what the content of the primary school curriculum should be. Physical education, very much coming out. Well-being, very much there. ESD, no. So thank you very much for this opportunity on behalf of the NCCA. Thank you.